Kevin O'Leary explains why blue states are uninvestable. Man, I love Kevin O'Leary. He has been on fire lately. That's why I've been putting out so many videos with him, with his interviews, because he's a major investor, has his own investment company, and and he's speaking truth. He's talking about how these blue states are just terrible for business. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would start a business in these blue states that are anti-corporations, that are taxing these corporations, and it just have mad major regulations for these corporations. It's just difficult to do business in these blue states. That's why a lot of them are fleeing. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it. We're gonna play this clip from Kevin O'Leary, but before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account as well, so follow me there. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from PJ Media's Matt McGorlis. And he reports that famed entrepreneur and Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary, aka Mr. Wonderful, absolutely destroyed blue states during an interview on CNN Tuesday, labeling them as uninvestable due to their punitive policies and high taxes. According to O'Leary, states like New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, definitely California, have become increasingly hostile to businesses, driving investments and jobs to more business-friendly locations, which, not coincidentally, happen to be red states. I mean, they're fleeing. I mean, look at what's going on in California. X is gone. Elon Musk is pulling all his businesses out of California. You got insurance companies fleeing California because of their price controls when it comes to insurance companies, and it's just a bad place to start a business. So let's just get to Kevin O'Leary's clip. Let me scroll down here to the bottom. Here we go.
And here's the one thing that nobody saw coming, and this is the competition of states. I don't put companies here in New York anymore, or in Massachusetts, or in New Jersey, or in California. Those states are uninvestable. The policy here is insane. The taxes are too high. We put them in Fargo, North Dakota, because 40% of the people work elsewhere, including Boston. So I was, a bit of a debate with Elizabeth Warren about this, but I say, look, Senator, we've got to move the companies out of your state because you're not investable anymore. You're punishing people if they're successful. You overtax them. You hit them with a super tax. New Jersey, what a mess. New York, uninvestable.
Wait,
California,
why is New York uninvestable?
Try and do a project in New York. Try and build a data.
I'm asking, Don's point, is it beyond the taxes?
Oh, the regulatory environment is punitive. I had a project in upstate New York behind the grid in Niagara Falls for electricity, a global data center we were building. Eventually, it got so bad with the politicians in the local region and the state policy, we moved it to Norway and all the jobs. Norway has it now. Thousands of jobs coming out of that.
And you see that in all these blue states. You hear people try to build a fence, and it takes like years. Even leftist Bill Maher talks about he wanted to build a shed in his backyard, and it's been years because of the regulatory tape. When you got places like Texas where you don't have the regulatory tape, you can literally build a house in 6 weeks in Texas and don't have to worry about all these crazy regulations like in California, where it takes years upon years upon years to just build something like a fence. It's crazy. They are regulating us and taxing us out of existence. I don't know why, again, I don't know why anybody would want to do any type of business in these blue states.
I mean, that's New York. Uninvestable. Sorry, don't shoot the messenger. Just telling you the way it is.
Yeah,
that's it. Uninvestable.
Some pushback from our elected officials in New York on that.
I was just going to say Kathy Hochul.
Yeah, but
I'll debate them any time of the day you want.
We would love to set that up.
Particularly
I'd watch
AOC.
that.
She's great at killing jobs. She kills jobs by the thousands.
Yeah.
Another New Jersey problem. Where did Amazon take their jobs? They took them away from her. She threatened to sue them if they created jobs. I mean, this is a reality. This is a reality that the business...
There's a little more to it, but let's not relitigate that.
You know, sorry, I'm just telling the truth.
He's saying what a lot of people are saying, especially...
You hear her? She's supposed to be a journalist. She over here caping for AOC. There's a little bit more to that. No, there's not. She literally threatened to sue them if they started a business in her area, which is just crazy. Why wouldn't you want them jobs? I mean, come on, man.
What happened with that Amazon thing here in New York? Just real quickly, I don't want to hog the conversation, but what was Elizabeth Warren's response when you said that to her?
Look, I have a lot of respect for her because it's okay to have a debate about politics, but not policy. When you have punitive policy, you're making a mistake. And I want to just put up my hand and say, I don't agree, Senator, with your policy. I respect you as a politician, a very successful one. You know, she's very successful, and that's the state where I grew my kids. I mean, our family grew up in Boston, Massachusetts. We left there to move to Florida like everybody else is because it's such a tough place to, you know, this is a tough message. People really are critical about this, but somebody has to call it out because this is a competition of states now, and we don't put money there anymore. We put it in other places, and jobs are created elsewhere. Over time, this is going to diminish New Jersey, diminish New York, diminish Massachusetts, and California, out of business. Out of business. El Morte. No business there. You can't do business there. I don't know what that place is going to turn into. Maybe a tourist zone, but no business. Imagine San Francisco. You can't even walk at night out in the street. Sorry.
Talk about what's happening, though.
He said, don't kill the messenger, but those are all, everything he stated was absolute truth. Even though the one woman tried to cape for AOC. But in short, blue states are garbage. Absolutely. I will not go move to a blue state. You know, I pretty much can work anywhere because of my job. I provide therapy online. So I could pretty much live anywhere. And I decided to reside in Texas, you know, because of there's no the low taxes and the less regulations, and so I mean it's a perfect place to have a business. I would never ever in my life move to New York or California unless they get the politicians out and make a change in those states. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.